Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, the insane, the blunderful, I don't even know what that word means, the full of blunder, Dr. Yukon Suckit. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Yukon Suckit. I'm coming to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I am bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aether Hub, as put there by Vampthyr. Thank you so much. And I thought, wow, you know, I'm always in favor of a good werewolf deck. I always like monocolor werewolf, which is going to be green for the most part. But then, you know, the GRUUL werewolf is also pretty decent. This is NAYA werewolf. So this is GRUUL werewolf with a little bit of white sprinkled in to give you that control you don't generally have. So I'm really hoping that is going to pack up some power and provide us with a more well-rounded werewolf deck. So let's take a look at the cards that are in here. We'll take it out on the track and take it for a couple laps to see how well it does. At the low end, we've got Tamiyo's Safekeeping. Screaming werewolf to me. Anyways, here we go. We got 1 mana. Target permanent you control gains hexproof and indestructible until the end of the turn. You gain 2 life. This is in line with me with white, even though it's a green card, because whatever your permanent is going to be untargetable and indestructible. So that will help keep something alive. We got Valorous Stance. For white, this is a great card because it has 2 abilities potentially. One of your creatures can be indestructible, much like Tamiyo's Safekeeping. Or if you see something that has a toughness of 4 or greater, you can destroy it. Suck it, big creatures. We've got Critical Hit. See, this is interesting. Usually you don't see this card rolling around with werewolves, but this particular deck does focus on double striking a certain amount. We've got, so for 2, target creature gains double strike until the end of 10. When you roll a natural 20, return critical hit from your graveyard to your hand. But still, there's no opportunities to roll. So I think this card pretty much is just target creature gains double strike till the end of the turn. Pop up. We got Outland Liberator. So for 2, you get this 2/2 human werewolf. For 1, you can sacrifice it to destroy target artifact or enchantment. When it wolfs out, it becomes a 3/3. You pay 1 to sacrifice it, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Whenever Frenzy Trapmaker attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment player controls. So this gives you the ability to destroy artifacts and enchantments, especially if you are a werewolf and it's nighttime or whatever. We got Packsong Pup. You know, in my experience, this thing, you know, it's just a wolf. It's not a werewolf. And it's a 1/1 for 2, right? But at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control another wolf or werewolf, you put a +1 counter on this guy. So he's going to continue to grow every single turn. And when he dies, you gain life equal to his power. So, you know, I've seen these guys grow wildly out of control. Wildly. And I know you have to nip these guys in the bud quickly. So I'm glad to be having him on my side this time. We got the Kessig Naturalist. And this guy is just a gigantic wuss. So he's a 2/2 for 2. But he is a werewolf, right? And so whenever he attacks, you add a red or a green until the end of your turn. Okay, so that means after your attack phase or even during your attack phase, you have an extra mana you can use. Most likely for something like Critical Hit or Tamiyo's Safekeeping. You know, something like that that's going to help you out. He's just a little mana werewolf. When he becomes a werewolf, though, other werewolves and werewolves get +1/+1, so he becomes a werewolf lord. And then same thing with the whole mana thing, right? All right, we've got the Brutal Cathar. This guy, even if you're not playing a werewolf deck, you see this guy a lot. Because his ability to exile target creature and opponent controls is great. Even more so is that he'll keep things in exile, and then when he turns into a werewolf, but then turns back into a human, he exiles something again. So if you can keep that whole day-night thing flipping back and forth, this guy will start exiling tons of stuff. The only problem with that is as soon as he dies, they get all their stuff back, and that's sometimes not terribly cool for you. But if you need to pin some stuff down, you need to create an opening, Brutal Cathar is a good way to go. We've got, let's see. Yep, he's got First Strike when he's a wolf, and he's got Ward 3. You have to pay 3 life to be able to target him. Kaya's Onslaught. This, like I said, these double strike things are kind of weird in this hand. So it costs 3, it costs 1 of the whites. Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains double strike until the end of the turn. So that means if you're attacking with Brutal Cathar as a 2/2, he'll become a 3/3, at which point then he'll do basically 6 points of damage, right? And you can foretell it by paying 2 ahead of time, and then you only have to pay 1 to be able to play this ability. Reckless Stormseeker, always a great card. Luckily, it's going to be with us for a whole nother year. It's not going out with rotation. Is a 2/3 for 3. At the beginning of your combat, on your turn, target creature control gets +1/+0 and haste, which usually you can use on Reckless Stormseeker herself, making her into a 3/3 hasty creature when she comes out. But then after that, she gives other creatures haste and +1. And you can attack with her as well. So she will help keep everything much faster for you. When she wolfs out, she becomes a 3/4, and then whoever you target gets +2/+0 and trample and haste. So yeah, wolfing out with her is also super good. Tovolar is a 3/3 for 3. He is legendary. Whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves, it becomes night. And then transform any number of human werewolves you control. Suck it, everybody. So this guy helps you stay in wolfed out mode. And then everybody turns into, he turns into a 4/4. And then whenever he deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And then you get to go plus, 2 mana plus X. Target wolf or werewolf gets +X/+0 and gains trample till the end of turn. So you got some mana. This guy has the ability to use it for good purposes there. There's the Celestus. This guy is excellent in lots of things. Costs you 3 mana, but if it's neither day or night, it becomes day as it enters the battlefield. Add 1 mana of any color. So it's 3 mana, so you can have an artifact that provides you 1 mana of any color. And if you happen to have 3 mana, which you should since you have this card and it costs you 3 mana to put it out, you can change it from day to night, night to day, but only as at the speed of a sorcery. But whenever it becomes night to day or day to night, you gain a life. And you may, if you choose to, draw a card. And if you do, you discard a card. So this thing is flipping that whole thing from day to night, night to day, as you see fit, which is really going to help out your werewolves, as well as you gaining life and drawing cards. It's a great, 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 great card, especially in a werewolf deck. Here is Arlinn, the Pax Hopes. This is your Planeswalker. She comes out with, she's a 4 mana, comes out with 4 loyalty. And then you can do -3 to put out 2/2 wolf tokens. Or for +1 until the ensuring you may cast creature spells as though they had flash. And each creature you control enters the battlefield with additional +1 counter. If you got stuff in your hand and mana to do it with, that's a good thing to do. But if you flip it into night mode, then she can give you 2 mana, or for 0, she can become a 5/5 wolf creature with trample, indestructible, and haste. Nasty, right? Here is Halana and Alana. First strike and reach, 2/3, cost you 4 to put out. They are neither wolves, no werewolves, but they are GRUUL colored, and that helps out a lot. So at the beginning of combat on your turn, you put X +1/+1 counters on another target creature control, where X is their power. That creature gains haste until the end of the turn. So one thing that's nice, like if you had a Reckless Stormseeker out, you can then play this, which then you could take their power. I guess which one never happens first, because you can do the Reckless Stormseeker, give them haste, and that would also pump them up to 3. You could take this, put that back over here, 3 on top of that. So then this would be attacking with 5. This would be attacking with 3. They would both then be able to attack, on the turn that she came out. It would be a glorious time for all. So that's it for all the regular cards. Over here, we've got a couple, got quite a number of just regular lands. We got some fast dual lands, some semi-fast dual lands, snarls, which I dislike greatly, some fast dual lands, and these guys are semi-fast. Yeah, I'd get rid of those stupid snarls. I'm glad these things are the things I wish would just go away. Anyways, that's the whole deck. There is nothing in the sideboard. Let's just see if adding that white makes this into a better deck. Let's see. We're playing against bluesickboy. It's a weird name, all right? Bluesickboy. 3 mana, I like what I got. Let's keep it. Color really doesn't matter at this point. Nothing has haste. And we're playing against ninjas. It's going to be horrible. All right, so he's got flying there. What are we going to do? We are going to... Got a toll there. All attack. Get rid of the Silver Fur Master if he chooses to get rid of that. There we go. All right, we have the ability to destroy if we can pull up some white mana at some point. Still need some white mana. Was that instant? Let's go ahead and make him waste that Death Toucher. There it goes. That was our big trick right there. Unless we pull up some white mana, we are pretty much just button heads. Hello, kitty cat. You draw a card. And did we get white? We did. Let's go be mean. Oink. Green. Let's do green. We'll find out what happens when we get the cards we draw. Ooh, Celestus. Three mana to change it from night to day and day to night. Okay. I can say I had double strike that turn, so they would have been dead. Victory! Our playing against was this digidonnell. Is it digidonnell? I don't know. Maybe there's white in there. Okay, keep. All right, we got our white. That's good. We can play our Packsong Pup on the next turn. And here we go. What are we playing here? That was a Jund or something. Like a Brutal Cathar. Not sure it's really worth it. Like a Brutal Cathar, whatever they end up putting out is what I'm really thinking about there. Let's go be villains. All right, got enough 15. What was that? 3 more turns left to go. I foresee a Brutal Cathar in the future. Don't be going after my guys. That dragon is so rude with the spit and its spit all over the place, like a spitter. All right, excellent. Here you go. Mana, Brutal Cathar. Yoink. All in for 3. See, with Kaya's Onslaught, that could be 4. It could be 8 points. So plus 2 would be 10. Brutal Cathar. Yep. Suck it, digidonnell. Suck it. We're playing against DavidEvans. No white, but we do have Celestus. Let's keep it. All right, so we got our Cathars. We're going to be playing against something fast here. Is the problem. Boros speed, aggro super burn. Here's number 2. He's just going to pump it up to 3. I'm going to let it through. Brutal Cathar will come out. Wait, I can't because that's a Celestus still. No blocks. Still not getting the white I need. There's the Celestus. Nope, nothing. This guy up here got sorcery, and it's no big deal. I'll just have to block whatever he's got. I could kill somebody. Cancel, pass. I'm with that. All right, we got him down. I got me down to there. Brutal Cathar. Still, we're going to take at least I can block. That's with the Temio safekeeping. All right, come on. Try to do something kooky to me. You're going to hate it. I got a Brutal Cathar with your name on it next turn. You know, the Mechano Dragon is foaming at the mouth. Oof. That's actually pretty sweet. I can't believe I've never seen that before. Come on, DavidEvans. You could do it. I'm going to make your dragon spit fire again. There we go. It's like it's not like a laser, but a fusion blast or something. I don't know. That's a 4/4. There's a 4/5. It's going to be wonderful when that guy is Cathar'd. Block. Yeah. What is this going to do? It'll kill it. They'd get their own guy back. No, we're cool. We'll just chill out here. There aren't any more tricks is the problem. I mean, I got another Brutal Cathar. And here we go. Boink. Yeah, let's do it. You can block one of them if you like. Get one of your little dudes back. Whatever's, man. You have to block with both. There you go. Now I'm in a losing tide there. He's just going to put him on there. He's not. I like to keep blocking is the problem. Yeah, you go. You get back. Oh, I can't block with that guy, huh? And do I die? Yep, I do. Suck. All right, playing against M240, Chris. Got 2 mana. All right, let's keep it. This guy will be number 3 for us. I'll only be able to get it when he attacks, though. Red, what? Creepy amalgamation. What is that? Mushrooms and sticks? Ooh, that did not work out the way I'd hoped. Now we're really behind the 8 ball. Super. All right, let's go for it, Reckless Stormkeeper. Prove your worth, my friend. All attack. Let's see, Valorous Stance is looking pretty good. Eek. Yeah, that guy definitely could be killed. Okay, I'll pull that as a green. We're going to destroy our big battle bear. We're going to go ahead and put out the Mana Wolf. We'll ramp him up. Go in for 5. Whatever, I don't have anything to do with it. And we're done. Okay, so all I got in my future is just some haste and double strike. He's got blue and he's got green. You can always pin him down using those enchantments. There's nothing I could do. But I do have an Outland Liberator that'll help that one out. Always bounce him back to my hand. But what's he playing there? I mean, he wants to start creating his snow-covered lands. Okay, I mean, we keep him as a blocker. Is that the deal? All right, so we do have 5, which is actually pretty decent. Let's go ahead and put out the Reckless Storm. And we'll put out the Naturalist again. And you shall haste it up, my friend. And you shall haste it up right there. All attack. Sweet. Alright, I hope they can leave my dudes alone and pretend that I won't be able to do enough damage to them. Because I know I can do at least 6. They're trying to do what they're doing. 6-7 right there. Free life, that's not cool. See, if I do this, I'm not going to be able to make it to that stupid. What am I going to do here? Okay, the trample worm is a problem. It comes at me, brah. Tell you, we're just going to go for it. Let's see, I get 6. So I don't think I can win. I think this is a loser. He's going to block somebody. There we go. Double strike on that. Well, maybe. Yeah, there we go. There's our 10. 10! Victory! I forgot about the +1. Whoop whoop! Victory! All right, so here is NAYA Wolf. And, you know, it seems like this deck really has almost like the answer to everything in it to a certain degree. At least that's what it felt like. The things that were coming at me that I needed to be able to do, it could do it. But the problem is that you didn't always get it. Like a lot of times, you needed Brutal Cathar. You needed to pin down his resources and continue to come in. Other times, you needed your Outland Liberator so you could take care of some stupid enchantment or artifact that was getting in your way. The big thing, you needed a little bit of extra mana. Maybe you needed white mana, right? White mana was just so hard to come by, it felt like. So you needed the Celestus to help you out with that. You know, you really wanted, how do I say this? So this deck had a lot of things it could do. It's just that you couldn't, you had to rely upon luck to get them, okay? On the other hand, this deck was an aggressive deck, and the double strike-ness out of Kaya's Onslaught, what's the other one that does double strike there? Critical hit. Those meant so much. They were completely unexpected tricks that your opponent was just not expecting. And if you played them right, you would easily win the game at that particular point. So it's like the aggro in this deck is, I think, really where it's all at. Who was the big, wonderful guy in this deck? In reality, it was Reckless Stormseeker. You know, and then just slightly after that, Brutal Cathar. Because Reckless Stormseeker, of course, is just aggro incarnate. Look at the rocket pack right on her back there. Just going to town. You know, because not only did she make herself bigger, she makes everybody else hasty and bigger at the same time. Just allowing you to just keep that pressure up like crazy. And the only reason I'm saying Brutal Cathar is because Brutal Cathar is slow. But on the other hand, Brutal Cathar comes out and pins stuff down. So between the two of them, they kept the deck together. Yeah. Everything else is just things you need while those two are basically stringing your deck together. Halana and Alina, they're great. You know, it's just that they're not werewolves, whatever. But, you know, they're just there to help pump other things up. Tovolar gets you card draw. Packsong Pup is going to grow a lot if they let him grow. Your Valorous Stance and your Tamios help keep your dudes indestructible. Hexproof in this case. But the other one is destroy target creature with toughness of 4 or greater. So that gives you your bit of control. So between your Brutal Cathar and your Valorous Stance, you know, luckily we have some control in this deck. Something you generally don't get in the GRUUL version of a werewolf deck. So yeah, I mean, I really liked seeing those additional white cards in there. I thought that they really helped. They provided that extra stuff that the werewolf GRUUL decks usually don't get. And, you know, because it's werewolf, it's right in line with the theme, and the Brutal Cathar gets to do everything with all the rest of the werewolves who wolf out there. So let's give this thing a rating. The deal is this deck competitive? I don't think so. I don't think it's competitive. I think, you know, in my play with this deck, it sort of had a 50-50 sort of chance of winning. It did fairly well. And when it always played, it always tried to do things, but it could get outclassed pretty quickly. And the problem is if you couldn't draw the solution you needed, then you were just screwed. You were really just hoping, and there's no card draw in here other than Tovolar. And he, you know, requires you to attack. So that means you're sacrificing your creatures to try to get cards. It was just a bloody situation that usually you couldn't recover from. So, like I said, I don't think of this as being a very competitive deck. You're not going to climb the ladder with it. Is it fun? Yeah, well, when it does well, it is incredibly fun. So I guess that's all I can say about that. You know, because when it doesn't do well, like I said, it feels like you're just swirling the drain. Is there a theme? There is a strong theme in this deck. This is a werewolf deck. You know, sure, we've got wolves, but and we got some humans in here, but still, we got tons of werewolves in here as well. So this is definitely still a werewolf deck. So what am I going to rate this? Well, it's non-competitive, but it is fairly fun and has a strong theme to it. I'm going to give it a B+. B+, that's what you're going to get for a NAYA Wolf. So if you are a werewolf deck lover, I think you'll like this version of it. I think it was pretty good. And maybe you'll do better with it. Maybe I just don't know how to play werewolf well enough. I don't know. But yeah, if you end up playing with this deck, I hope you have more fun with it. Or I should say, you win more consistently with it than I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, screw you guys, I'm going home. Bye.